Hey, come on in. Welcome to my room. So, I need the wire. If we make our way over here, this is my bookshelf. And my simple portrait is about my love for literature. I grew up with a mom that loves reading, so much so that when I was in preschool, I told my friends I lived in a library. So I guess I could contribute most of that to her. But in reality, it's because I don't like talking to people. So I read. I love getting lost in this fictitious world and shutting out the real one around me. Surprisingly, I've only started reading about a year ago, but I've changed a lot within that year because of it. Now, let's talk about why writing is the best thing ever. When I was 8 years old and in 4th grade, I began to write a book. Well, 16 pages, but that's besides the point. And because of that book, I won a class writers award, and oddly enough, that changed my outlook on my entire life. It was the first time that I felt heard and seen, and the only time I've ever genuinely felt that way is when people read my work. So I'm going to share a snippet of what won me that award. So for context, my character woke up strapped to a chair, and this is only the second paragraph in the book. A chain fell on the ground. He pulled it as hard as he could. Bam, bang, boom. I was flying around the room, banging my head on the walls and ceiling. He eventually put me down. Blood was pouring out of my head. For the first time in my life, I cried tears of blood. Awful, I know. Right after I wrote that, my life completely fell apart. And I stopped writing. I completely gave up on it. But almost 10 years later, I found my way back to it. And I'm happy to say that I'm writing a book for real this time. So let's listen to the difference. So, once again, for context, this is 1972, and Mabel got hit in the head with a bat for being gay. It was just Mabel and I sitting on this now empty sidewalk. A faint noise crept out of her lips, subtle at first, starting off as a low groan, the rest behind it stuttering and creating a false pattern. It grew to be this undeniable wail of torment, a growing dread filling up the silence of the night. The flickering street lamp finally died out, and we were left alone in the still, isolating darkness. Major difference, right? See, my point with that is, after 9 years of my life being pretty much a total disaster, I found my words again, through writing, and I healed through the power of storytelling. And as cliche as this sounds, I learned that every bad thing that happened in my life happened for a reason, and I never would have learned that if I never picked up a pencil again. So maybe you'll learn that too. All you have to do is pick up a pen.
I'm Sydney, and you're watching the real.
Sydney. Stop.